I'm Leo Flores. Lived here in Windrose for 20-something years now.
20. I'm Janet Flores. We had a very old pool.
Yeah, when we got here it was gorgeous, of course. And then you have kids, you don't spend a lot of money just doing maintenance, you're spending your money on your kids. And then it's like, okay, now it's time to fix stuff.
Yeah.
And the pool was hurting.
Yeah, it needed a lot of work. It really did. So we were looking around for someone that could come in and just, resurface it and make it look nice again.
Yeah, and we did our research. We have a community page. We looked for people who had good experiences. We called those people out. We interviewed them. But ultimately, we both liked Robert.
Right.
He was enthusiastic.
Very. So the reason we reached out to Robert was our daughters all went to Klein Oak High School, and Robert was a student there. Our older girls knew Robert, and one of our daughters had seen some of his posts on social media, and she said, "You ought to reach out to Robert LaPointe because he's doing pools." I'm like, "Okay, sure." And so Robert came out, sat down with us, and he was so patient. He was not in a hurry. He listened to everything we had to say. Just was really great to work with.
Next question. What factors influenced your decision to choose our company?
I think it was largely, I felt very comfortable when I talked to Robert. I just, a lot of times I just go with my gut. Leo's more of an engineer kind of guy, and he's looking at all the other.
Yeah, line by line on the estimate. Okay, what are we doing here? And he explained it well. He broke it down well. I do project management, so I review a lot of contracts. I put out contracts. And so the process of going through, okay, what are you going to do is very important, and he covered that well.
Yeah, and I just got a great feeling in talking with him. I felt like I knew him. I felt like he was listening to what we wanted, and he's a great communicator. He kept in touch with us daily throughout the whole process. He was telling us, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. Luckily, we didn't have a lot of weather days, so everything was on track. He stayed on schedule and communicated with us, and I know from talking with the neighbors, that's not always the case with a contractor. Very favorable. I mean, Robert was, he went with me. We went to the tile store to pick out tile together. I just really appreciated his patience and that he was listening to what we wanted. He wasn't saying, well, this is what you need, do this, do this. He really was listening to what we wanted to do and what we didn't want to do.
Yeah, we had a budget. What can we do with this? What's value add and what's not? And there's a couple things on there that you can do them, but they're not the big bang. Do this, and we kind of went through ultimately what we settled on. So
yeah.
I'm very appreciative of that consulting. What can we do with this budget?
Well, you can look at the before and afters, and they're just, a picture's worth 1,000 words. It was really in bad shape, and now it's just beautiful. It's lovely. We had this done in May, early in May. So we've had this whole season. We've been entertaining our friends and family and having a wonderful time. Our pool looks beautiful. I mean, it just looks beautiful.
Yeah, so we're a very social family, and we'll have little parties and all. And now it feels good because we had 31 people here the other weekend, and it was, people commented, it's seems like every time we come out, it's better. And of course this last time, it was a big step better. So it was nice to have friends and family here and just be able to entertain them and make everybody feel like a community and family, and I mean, that's why you have a house, that's why you have a pool, that's why you are even here, Well, one of the things I do want to say, because I do project management, and I know this is a lot of work, and it happens very quickly, and you go from one event to the next, it has to be well coordinated. I appreciate the communication. Like my wife said, Robert was constantly on top of keeping us informed. Okay, here's what we're doing today. Here's what we're doing next. Here's what we're doing today. Here's what we're doing next. And I'm like, dang, he's on top of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, and he's keeping us informed.
He is, he's authentic, he's thoughtful, he listens, he's a good texter, and I'm a good texter. So if somebody texts me, I'm going to text him right back.
We got a thread with him,
Florist pool party thread, but I appreciate that. And it seems like a small thing, but I have had, my sister had an experience where, her contractor wasn't calling her back. And I said, what? I don't even understand that. So my experience has been that Robert is always, we could reach him. If we had any questions, we didn't understand something that was going on, he was always, very happy to explain to us. And I can't just say enough about how much it means that he was communicating with us in just a very genuine way.
Yeah, and I like that you use the term authentic because, we're very social. We'll have people over, and we'll just share a picture with him in our thread. And, he'll just come back and, he's so happy for us being happy. And we believe it. He's authentic about that. I think he's called to do this kind of work because it's hard work. But at the end of it, everyone's happy. Absolutely, we'd recommend them. We had a great experience from A to Z, from kind of weeding through the contractors, getting faith and trust in that contractor, then them delivering on that faith we gave them, them coming through just like we had hoped in the work and the relationship. Everything was spot on.
It was. The whole project was completed on time, maybe even a couple of days early. Everything that we talked about was delivered on. It was just such a great experience. It was such a great experience that when the project finished, I said, Robert, you've got to bring your family, your wife and your sons over here and hang out with us. And I know he doesn't live near where we live. So anyway, maybe someday he'll stop by.
Yeah, I think he has a nicer pool. So yeah.
He has a nicer pool, and he's really busy, the boys with baseball and all that. But someday, I have this idea he might just pop by and be great.